Hey, TPT sellers, there is a problem with third-party data tools. And now I know you're asking, what's a third-party data tool? All right, if you go into your TPT seller store and click on Dashboard, you can see your store data. You can see how much money you've made this month. You can compare it against sales for last year. This is high-quality information. If you go to the product statistics page, TPT lets you download a file, and you can open up this file in a spreadsheet program and you can see how your products are doing. But most people don't know how to look at the data or analyze the data in just a CSV file. And that's where third-party data tools come in. This is a tool that I made to help TPT sellers. I'm not part of Team TPT, so it's not a first-party data tool. I'm a third party, so this is a third-party data tool. A third-party data tool lets you upload data, and then if you tell it the date that you downloaded the data, and you can upload it to a server, and then you can view your data in a way that you can't do on TPT by itself. There are several third-party data tools out there, and the ability to filter your products to focus on your top earners allows us to make business decisions that we couldn't really do before. I can see that this product in row 10, this classroom citizenship resource, has a preview effectiveness rate of 31%. And down here, I can see this product in row 45, this differentiated reading passages, has a preview effectiveness of 9.3%. So then I can look at the two products, compare the previews, and then I can try to figure out why one preview is so much more effective than the other. So third-party data tools helps fill in some gaps that there might be in the TPT data management system. But there are some problems with third-party data tools. In this video, I'm going to talk about two major problems that impacts all third-party data tools. The TPT dashboard is awesome, and I'm going to show you a few cool tricks. If you're just starting out, you don't need to spend money on my data tools or other expensive data tools. You can get a lot of information from your TPT dashboard. This video is for TPT hamsters and above. If you're new to the game, doing a deep data dive is probably not the best use of your time. You've got lots to learn about making awesome covers, coming up with keywords that teachers are actually looking for, and creating products where you can rank on page 1. But if you've been around for a while, then it starts to become interesting. We might start to wonder, how can I improve my business based on what the numbers are telling me? For more free insider tips and tricks, check out the email newsletter, seotpreneur.com/email. Here's the first problem with third-party data tools like mine. You have to get the data. Either you manually have to go to TPT and click download to get the product stats CSV file, or you have a VA do it, or you have to share your password login credentials with a company that you trust. And then they have a computer program that gets the data for you. But we can only download the data for that day. When I click on this download button, it doesn't give me the option to download any other day and time. Now, I'm not talking about the sales reports data where you can choose a date range. I'm talking about the product statistics where you can download the units sold, the number of previews, the number of page views, and those metrics which help us figure out what to work on in our store. So even though a third-party data tool might give you the option to look at stats 7 days ago or 14 days ago or 28 days ago, it can only show you the data based on the files that you upload. So if you didn't download your product stats CSV file a month ago, then you won't be able to compare your stats now with a month ago. But there's actually a bigger problem with third-party data tools, and it has to do with the way that we identify products. And because of this limitation, if you're using third-party data tools, you can't delete products from your store because that messes up the CSV file row numbers. Let me explain. The product stats file that we download from TPT shows us our lifetime statistics. But if I have a product stats file from today, March 10th, and I have a product stats file from 29 days ago, on February 9th, then if I subtract those two numbers, I can figure out how my products did during this period. And that's how third-party data tools are able to figure out your preview effectiveness or your preview rate or your conversion rate for a specific time period. But the only way that third-party data tools can figure out which product is by looking at the row number for the CSV file. So this is the first product I ever made. This is the second product I've made. This is the third product in my store. You get the idea. If I was to delete a product from TPT, then it would shift all of the products up. And now my product row numbers don't match with other CSV files that I may have downloaded. And when that happens, you can't compare the stats for product number 45 with product number 45 from the other CSV file because those products have changed rows. Well, why doesn't TPT have this problem? Great question. If you look at any TPT product, if you look closely at the link, the last bunch of digits is the product number, and product numbers are assigned sequentially. So this is the 5,671,018th product ever made on TPT. Cool, right? A product ID never changes. So when you go to the dashboard and you're looking up products, the server is looking up information based on the product ID. Now, in that CSV file that we download from TPT, we don't get the product ID, which is the absolute source of truth for this product. The best we can do is with this row number. So that's why if you use a third-party tool, if you delete a product, it messes up all the row numbers and recent stats won't be accurate. So if you're using a third-party tool, if you go into Quick Edit, it's better to simply deactivate the listing instead of going down to permanently delete this product. If you permanently delete the product, it changes the row IDs. So let me show you some cool features about the TPT dashboard that really make it a powerful tool, and it makes it so you don't need to pay for third-party tools. You don't have to buy my third-party data tool to do some basic business analysis. Now, most of us know that you can do year-over-year comparisons for our products. I'm going to go to my dashboard, and then I'm going to scroll down, and by default, it's showing me my month-to-date data, and it's comparing it with last year. And so for this time period, I'm 83% over what I made last year. And a good chunk of that is probably due to the Facebook ads that I'm running to one of my products. And if you're running Facebook ads, leave a comment below and ask me what I'm doing differently. What if I wanted to do a month-over-month comparison? Okay, right now it's showing month to date, and it's comparing it with the previous period last year. In the drop-down menu for the comparison period, instead of going previous year, I'm going to select previous period. And now it's comparing March 1st to 10th, which is now, to February 1st to the 10th, which is last month. And I can see that compared to last month, my sales are down 7%. Let me go back to previous year. And let's say I want to see how my store is doing, not compared to last year, but the year before. No problem. If I click on comparison period, I can change the custom start date. And then rather starting on March 1st, 2024, I can go to 2023 and select March 1st. And now I'm comparing March 1st this year with March 1st 2 years ago. And compared to 2 years ago, I'm up 25%. Why would I want to skip a year? Okay, well, in my case, last year, my store was down about 30% from the previous year. And I want to know how I'm doing, not compared to last year, which was down, but the year before where I was okay. And if I look at that, well, yeah, for this month, I'm actually up compared to I was the previous year. Let's just pretend 2024 didn't happen for me. Now, the coolest thing you can do in the TPT dashboard is actually compare before and after you make a change to see if that made a difference. Now, I'm going to turn off the comparison period just so it's easier to see this. And rather than look at my entire store, I'm going to click on this menu and I'm going to deselect all. And I'm only going to choose one product, this 5-paragraph essay graphic organizer. And the cool thing is when you only show one resource in the dashboard, it'll tell you when the last update was. And so since the last update, I've made $65. Is that good? Is that bad? This update happened on March 2nd. So I'm going to set the date range from March 2nd to today, March 10th. And here's how my sales have been doing. What were sales like in the 8 days before this period? So I can compare before and after. No problem. I go to comparison period and I choose previous period. And now it's comparing 8 days from March 2nd to March 10th, and then the 8 days before that from March 1st to February 21st. And in this case, since my update, I can see that my sales are actually down. I'm down 15% because of this update, or for whatever other reason. I think that's my favorite feature in this TPT dashboard, the ability to compare earnings before and after. Now, I can also compare conversion rate. I can see that my conversion rate has gone up during this time period. If I look at my views, I can see that my views are down. And then we start to get into the nuances of data. What do the page views actually represent? Are they skewed? Are they up? Are they down? Unfortunately, in the metric, TPT doesn't yet show us the preview rate or the preview effectiveness rate. So then we would have to use a third-party tool to figure out that from March 2nd to March 10th, the preview rate was 26%. And from February 17th to March 2nd, the preview rate was 24.5%. But this third-party tool only works if you had downloaded your product.csv files on those specific dates. So you can see why the TPT dashboard is better in many ways. And it's free. If you learned something new, can you please hit that like button? It lets me know that I should make more content like this. How do you use data to help you decide what to make on your TPT store? Leave a comment below. My name is Mike Fuchigami. I'm the host of the SEOtpreneur YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.